Hello and welcome to Baggers Chats, episode 2, boys.
We are here.
Great start from last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a good start. Thanks to everyone for subscribing and
we got up to, 260 views?
Not bad for first ever, lads.
Now, of course, right now it's looking a little bit different. We're going to see our co-host. So, Carlton, he's actually gone back to Tassie for the week to see his family because that's where he's from, because he's also known as Tasmania.
He's honest, mate. We love it.
But
self-proclaimed.
He loves it
yes,
anyway.
We are missing you, Sammy. I think we're also going to try and get his predictions sometime during the week, but if not, he will be back next week for episode 3. So, boys, should we get started? Last week's game.
Yes.
It was a win.
Straight away?
We win. We got to win, Blue Baggers.
We got to win.
About time.
So, what do you think were our positives from last week?
The 4 points.
I think getting a gritty win. I think over the years we've had games like that against teams like that where we've...
And
we keep it too close and they get a goal late or, we die in the arse in the last quarter. But no, I'm pretty proud of the boys. I know it's not the greatest win, but...
and last week, our main thing was...
Just get the 4 points.
If we lose...
If we lose, mate.
Imagine if we lost that game, but... I'm just thinking...
I think the boys heard that quote from speech.
Because I reckon if we lost that game, I reckon speech would have been...
If we lost...
Why'd you lose? What's going on?
It's not good enough, mate.
But I reckon overall, it's a positive that we actually got the win by winning ugly. Let's be real, we played that shit.
It was just a shit game of football.
It was just,
what
was that? There was like some period in the game where it was like turnover. You had 2 minutes there.
Yeah.
Passing to each other.
Yeah. And then I think it was even worse just because the whole time I was like, this team lost to North Melbourne.
Yeah.
Same.
You could see like we were better. Like we're a better team.
We were a better team.
I mean, you'd want to hope you were a better team, jeez.
I just couldn't believe, the whole time I was just watching, I'm like, if we lose, and I was going to mention him in negatives, but I feel like I have to mention it now. Daniel Howe and that goal. Is that his name? Daniel Howe?
Daniel Howe.
I was about to say, maybe David, because he's
I know Hawks fans hate him. That's how shitty he is.
He said last week that he wasn't good.
Yeah, and then he came in for Liam Shields. Yeah.
Shields, that's right.
Yeah.
So.
I don't even know what was happening, man. I was sitting there, I was siren, and I saw the ball rolling, and I saw all the Hawks fans go, I was like, no.
We just stopped playing. It was like, the siren's gone, it's game over. It's like, we just chased the ball, but then it was like, everyone else was like...
even we just needed to try a little bit.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But I feel like I couldn't believe it until the goal umpire signaled it. As soon as he signaled it, I'm like, oh my god, did that actually just happen?
Yeah.
It was
apparently on the radio, I had messages from some other mates, saying that they didn't count the goal. I was like, why? Yeah, radio, TV didn't reckon the goal was counted. It's like, maybe they're checking it now. Yeah. Because sometimes, after half time, put a goal off or whatever. But
I couldn't believe it. I was watching, I'm like, oh my god, they actually just got a goal from that. But it was on the half-time siren.
And it was just flat.
I think you said something about there was 5 goals kicked in the last.
Yeah, it was
4 minutes.
Yeah, they got 4 goals in the last.
Teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Eddie got 1 in that time.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah, and then
last 3 minutes of
and then
TV
Morrison kicked a goal all the way, and I was like, oh. And then I think Bruce kicked another one.
Yeah, Bruce.
Yeah, I think
Bruce was threatening to break the game open.
Oh, you did say.
And I did say he was likely to have a bag, and he almost did. He kicked 3-1.
Going through the game. So then, was there another positive from that game?
I think a positive that I took out was that Cripper. His contested work is still really good, and he's really building, I think, into a big one. Yeah. So I think you can take that out of it as well.
Yeah.
And also a positive is Sarden Williams. They turned up.
But to the ball users, yes.
And they had 52 touches between them at 89 and 85% respectively. So
it's funny when you play a guy in his proper position. I know he wants to play more midfield, and the money he's on, he probably should be playing in midfield.
I don't reckon that.
But I don't think he will.
I don't think he will.
It's just not his position.
Little stints here and there. When the last 5 minutes of the game, someone's injured, and he goes in just for
just a bit of X factor.
Yeah. But he was.
And Sard,
He's crazy wrong.
yeah, because you were saying something about the stats about Sard being 89%.
Yeah, that's what he went.
It was 85.
85. Yeah.
Like that's
elite.
That is elite, isn't it?
Like it was funny because I didn't really rate Williams' game that much because there was a lot of times in the game he just didn't give great effort and he stuffed up, cost us a couple of goals. But then you look at the stats, 26 at 85. That's a ripper game. Yeah. So I don't know, it's weird. He did have a great game though.
He did take some pretty good defensive intercept marks as well.
He did, yeah.
No,
Williams, yes.
Yeah, it was a few he was just there at the right spot. I was like, this is his game. We're going to win this game.
Yeah.
And I do have to hate to bring it up, but when he handballed.
That was frustrating me the most.
I was a little bit nervous for him because I reckon he actually played well. Like he played well before.
Yeah, definitely.
And then I was like, okay, well, exactly.
Was that his second quarter or something?
I think it was.
No, maybe was that first, mate?
It was first, happened in front of me.
I don't know. When he did that, I was like, and then handballing it's just like, Zach, just kick him, mate.
And then it was funny when he got that was a ripper goal he kicked. But then when he got that goal, I was like, man, you owed us that one. I'm not really going to get too happy about it. It was a great goal.
And did you notice though, when everyone got around him?
Yeah,
how good was it?
Yeah, about time. If only they did the
soccer.
It must have forgotten. It's a little sad still.
Yeah.
I mean, but I feel like also because did they do it for Sard? They must have done it for
Sard. They did it for Sard against the Bombers, 100%.
So they did, but they didn't do it against soccer. See, that's interesting because that happened in the exact same. The soccer game happened in the
Melbourne game. Yeah. But I think everyone was just flat in the Melbourne game.
Yeah, the whole game was.
But still, we were still in the game.
Oh, I know. That's what's frustrating about it.
That's the most interesting one, but.
Yeah, great goal around there, boys. Actually,
it was a great goal.
That's what the club want him to do. Like, just run off it.
It was a really
just using the players, but also. So I mean, another positive. Sam Doherty.
He's been revived.
Yeah,
every week.
He first month or so.
I 100%.
I don't know what he was doing. He was a bit like, when do I go?
And his kicking was atrocious. Like he just kicked it out the full every time he got the ball. It seemed.
Yeah. And we know how good he can play, and obviously he's showing it now.
All Australians.
So. Yeah. You don't just get all Australian for no reason.
Yeah, he was.
Unless you Darcy Moore last year.
What year was he also? 2017?
17, whatever his last year for he did his ACL was 17, yeah.
So 18 he did his ACL.
18 and 19 he missed. So yeah.
And he was he was such a highly rated, and he was a half backer. That's why I reckon he's changed so much because he had to adjust, and it's kind of the same about Zach Williams. We drafted him. We drafted him.
We traded for him.
We traded him for a midfielder, paying him absolute shit ton of money.
Yeah.
But now I feel like he needs to go back.
100%. I mean, he's playing his best footy there now. Yeah. I mean, he played his best footy there at the Giants.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Exactly. But in the Collingwood game, because that was the most highly rated midfield. But was he midfield? Was he a midfielder?
Yes.
So that game he was playing as a midfielder.
Yep.
In the wet.
It was some role for him. They gave him a role that night.
Was someone out?
I'm not sure, but they gave him some sort of role and he was pretty good that day. But I don't think we can really build a guy up by one performance.
No, he's got to be consistent.
It was a great performance. Obviously, he's against the scum that we all have.
Yeah, but I just reckon everyone was just
great, good on it, great performance.
Prelim also, I feel like it was also that, it was a prelim final.
Yeah.
But I reckon that's why when he didn't perform against Collingwood, I mean that's not a massive game, but he needed to perform because it's an arch rival game.
I think
arch rival at the G.
As a
team, we have I think we don't understand rivalries like we used to.
No.
It's just there's not that passion like there used to be.
And it's Collingwood.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The fans
would have been that game. I reckon Collingwood Carlton's almost died.
It has. I mean, there's not much heart in it.
The last few years, I reckon. Yeah, especially this year.
I mean, it's been competitive, whereas Collingwood fucking beat us every year. So
yeah.
But that's what I don't get. Wouldn't that get something out of you because they've beaten you so many times? It's like Hawthorn. Because they have beaten us so many times. I reckon we actually showed up against Hawthorn with a different attitude because they are a shit team now, but they have had the wood over us.
100%.
What was the stat? Three wins?
Now it's been 3 wins since 2006.
So, and that was the first time we've beaten them at the G since 2000.
That is an unbelievable stat.
Wasn't it on Sam Walsh's birthday?
Yeah.
How crazy.
So first time in my lifetime I've been Hawthorn at the G.
How crazy that. And by memory, is that the first time that Walshy has played at the MCG against Hawthorn?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, because it was Tassie, and then last year was Perth, and then
I reckon he would have probably played with Marvel as well.
No.
Sometime.
No, because they
so Walsh has only played against 20.
Yeah, 3 times. Yeah, 19.
I reckon Walsh is pretty.
Yeah.
He's only 20, mate.
He seems like so much older, mate.
While we're talking about Sam Walsh, what a game he had. 30 touches, 1 goal, 70% efficiency, 4 clearances, 6 tackles, 4 marks, 7 score involvements.
Brownlow Walsh.
17 contested as well.
Brownlow Walsh. Let me say it.
Lock him in for the BNF, I reckon, definitely.
No one's going to come close.
See, yeah, no one. Who's going to.
No one.
No one is going to come close. But they shouldn't come close.
No, they shouldn't.
But,
at this stage, anyway.
Jesus.
I
Just
love
the
him.
way, like that contest on the wing near the end, when he was on the ground, it was like 1v3.
Yeah.
He somehow gets out of it, gets a handball off the centres.
Yeah.
It's like, it was frustrating at the time because I remember that. Like,
Yeah.
I was yelling at someone to help him out, but he didn't need the help because he's Sam Walsh.
Yeah, I was just watching him at work. Like, seeing those guys, like, people go, they're normal guys, AFL players, But it's just like,
Walsh is
not.
He's a footballer.
20.
Yeah.
He's 20 and he's the best football player at Carlton. Like,
Yes.
Carlton is a massive club.
Yeah, and his peak is so far.
Yeah, he's 20.
Exactly. It's
exciting. I kind of do hope that there is still room for improvement, but I can't see it.
There's another level.
I
I can see easily another
See, that
level.
is scary to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How good Walsh
He is
can
such
be.
a hard worker as well. I think people forget that.
I reckon he wants to improve.
Exactly, that's what I was about to say. He wants to get better.
He wants to get better. He wants to be the best.
He wants to freaking take us to a flag.
See, that makes me smile.
Yeah,
How good of a
It's not a bad word.
Yeah.
I reckon he's barely played a bad game.
No. I don't reckon he's played. I don't think he's missed a game.
He had a little bit of a stretch starter last year where he wasn't really playing that well, and then that's when Kane was onto him.
Kane was onto him.
But then ever since midway of last year, he's has not played a bad game since halfway through last year.
And then I reckon that moment when Colin said,
he's not a damaging footballer.
But then I reckon that was like, no, I'm gonna improve this guy.
Yeah,
because
100%.
Rosie, I reckon he was good in his first year, Rosie.
He's been in decline.
I still think he's
He's a good footballer.
He's pick 5.
What?
Rosie was pick 5, yeah.
I just think.
Well, you don't reckon he was.
Bailey Smith went at pick 6 by memory.
Yeah,
No,
somewhat.
even-
Well, the
even
Kings
King
wins.
Reckon Bailey Smith's better than Rosie.
I think he is, yes.
I reckon Ben King as well.
But-
Ben King went at pick 6.
I don't know, they're both in really good teams, so it's hard to really say.
Yeah. Because also, Ben King is playing for a team that
Isn't great.
Docker
I mean, same as Max King.
Yeah. But the Saints made the final last year. Everyone won.
For me, I think that final is.
I don't know if that's just hub. They were
I
hub
think
fluke.
they really thrive off the hub.
It'd be like a Miami Heat.
But yeah, Sammy Walsh.
Yeah.
No, he's superstar.
So, would you reckon Rosie is better than Smith?
Oh, I'm not sure. We'll touch
He's hard to
on
tell.
that on the AFL chat podcast.
Alright, and then also, so I'm looking at the disposals. So last week there was a bit of talk about if we were to take someone, who would it be?
Yeah.
Tom Mitchell came out 44 disposals.
He had a great game, but I mean,
Wasn't
his
effective.
stats wise, I mean, he still had
He was
600
on the
meters
right
game.
metres game,
He had 600, but
Yeah.
I still didn't feel he had much impact. Like
No.
watching the game, I didn't feel he was the reason they were in the game.
No, I think he's
great.
I watched him work and I saw he had 44 in the game. I only saw him 25 times.
Yeah.
I was exactly the same.
I knew he had a fair
He racked
bit of
him,
footy.
but Walsh had so much bigger impact. He had 14 less touches.
Exactly right. I reckon that's the difference. And then
Zach Williams had more of an impact on the game.
I know.
You know.
And there's been talk that Tom Mitchell might be.
What happened?
I'd much rather Chera, but I mean,
Chera?
if we could get him for not paying up that much, if Hawthorn are really selling, then I mean, sure, why not?
Yeah.
But yeah,
But it will cost because
He will
he's
cost.
actually earned the right to say.
He's won a Brownlow.
He's won a Brownlow. But then I reckon, because they were actually discussing it on a show last week, that Tom Mitchell actually, I reckon he moved to Hawthorn because he wanted the premiership success. And he was at teams, he was at Sydney. He's like Sydney.
They did come top 4 one year when he was there.
Yeah, 2018 when he won the Brownlow, yeah.
I reckon that's the main reason I don't know how much he would be on now at Hawthorn.
It'd still be a fair coin,
It would have
yeah.
to be, yeah. But he played in that 2016 grade, didn't he, with Sydney?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he moved 20 at the end of 2016.
2018 was his first year. It was on the Brownlow his first year.
That was when he got O'Meara in that as well.
Yeah.
And that's when he won the Brownlow.
Yeah.
I just can't. I mean, I rate
Matt Prentice won the Brownlow.
Yeah, that's saying that.
Adam Cooney won a Brownlow.
2014 was it?
Prentice 2014, yeah.
Was it? No, it was 15 when they made the grand final.
5 on a 15.
Yeah.
Because they were minor premiers.
So,
That's right.
yeah, because I'm looking at the stats now. So James Warple came out with 24 disposals, but Jago O'Meara, 22. So was there... I don't know if it was actually clear that Ed Kerr actually tagged on. Because Ed Kerr
He racked it up. Yeah, he racked him up.
He got the medal.
He got the
Medal, yeah, the Day Park medal, yeah.
He got best on the ground.
Oh, I felt like it was quite good.
I reckon
I did like it, yeah, he was very
good.
good.
Pissed off by his boys sometimes. I'm sure he all do.
I mean, most players get
But
pissed off
he,
their
he
boys.
always finds a way to get the ball.
He does.
Forward, I think.
He
But
does.
yeah, I still think he is maybe one more year.
You reckon he will retire after or before Murphy?
Oh,
Murphy's got to be
This
first.
is Murph's last year.
It's gotta be.
We'll get into 300 and, you know.
See, I love Mark
I
Murphy.
love Murphy.
Yeah,
love him.
same.
And I reckon he played actually alright on the way.
He was
very
okay.
good, I think. Yeah, like he might not. Oh, he was good. Like he did his job.
He came out with
It's a
18
tough role.
touches. He came out with 18 touches, and that was, I mean, Will Sedfield as well at 21. But
Setterfield, I had Setterfield in my worst players
Yeah.
because he had 21 touches, but he missed easy handballs and it just stuffed up so much transition.
And then, I
It
think
was
he
a
took
bit
a-
Setterfield 2019, I reckon.
and there was so much hype about Will Sedfield as well. I think it was last year or even
Last
this year.
Last year.
Last year, so much
especially,
hype about Will Sedfield.
He was quite good last year, actually.
He was actually
quite
alright.
Yeah.
He was playing on the ball, that's why, not on the wing.
Play him on the ball. Like,
Yeah, Ed had 28, 9 tackles, 5 clearances. Just that's the usual Ed Kerno.
it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is, isn't it?
Stat line.
Just in and under dirty work.
Any other positives from the game?
I was going to bring up Harry Mackay, just because he was, I mean, he did, I mean...
I wouldn't. I love Harry,
yeah,
but I wouldn't.
I mean, the only positive I would take from Harry is that goal at the end of the game.
Oh,
Awesome, wasn't it?
That was elite.
Then, I mean, just saying, I mean, I don't rate Michael Hardigan one bit.
Michael
Michael Hardigan, oi.
Kyle
Kyle Hardigan.
Kyle? Is that
Yes.
Harvey. That's how
Harley!
Come on,
That's it, right? Kyle, I mean, that's the thing, he's a no-name because no one knows his name.
But then,
Well, he played Adelaide's grand final team.
yeah.
Did he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
2017, yep.
He's at Werribee. Played Werribee, VFL, and Adelaide PT, mate. And
Kyle?
played Adelaide.
God.
But
Yeah, but
well, talking about Hardigan and Mackay, when Hardigan put Walshy down, he got 3 weeks for it. But
Did Harry see it?
that's what
I
that's
reckon he
what
saw
was.
it. I don't reckon he saw it.
I
I reckon he thought something else happened, like
I reckon, mate, yeah.
because he
Also
wouldn't,
in the
let that
moment,
happen. He wouldn't let
yeah, no way. But you wouldn't.
You
want-
would hope not.
You'd hope
Anyway.
not. Like Harry Mackay.
Like, come on, throw your
Playing
money
with
around, mate.
Carlton, he's on. Was the best name Michael Hardigan, but come on. I just reckon.
He's a kick too as well.
That's what I was about to say. So
Right.
like a bit like
He
Stephen
was
made
beat.
last week.
It was a
Yeah, like I mean,
It
say-
wasn't. It was a okay.
I reckon one of my. I reckon why he was in my. I mean, he wasn't in my best, but I reckon what his positive was similar to last week when he was on Stephen May.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't play his best, but he still walks out with 2 goals. That wouldn't happen 2 years ago.
100%, yeah.
Like if Mackay kicked 2 goals 2 years ago,
Yeah,
It was
he
a
would've
good
been
game.
he would have had a good game. But now we're expecting so much because he's leading the colony.
Yeah, and that shows his development.
I reckon. Yeah, I reckon.
Some
I reckon
players
that's
don't
right.
have it. Like, well, Dow, I think he'll be alright. I think Dow will be alright. But you got guys like O'Brien, who still looks like he's just got drafted and
Yeah.
like just a raw talent.
Yeah.
Like, what have you been doing the whole time? Like,
Yeah.
you know, I want him to be the best. Like, if you watch him, you know, I want him to be good.
Yeah.
But it's just like, how much time do we give these guys?
That's the thing. And should we look at the value that they will offer to other?
I'm not
to
sure
other
there
clubs?
is much there,
There
to be
isn't
fair.
much, is there?
That's a sad
I would
thing.
like
Yeah.
to see Lockie O'Brien playing AFL or something somewhere, probably.
Because I think there was talks about Adelaide even approaching him.
Adelaide.
Go ahead.
Collingwood
Last year.
Collingwood last year were going
Was Collingwood
hard.
approached
Yeah.
him? Adelaide probably did too.
Yeah.
But Collingwood
But like they
definitely
offered
did.
him, yeah. See, don't see what Collingwood's seeing in him. Because it's not like Lockie O'Brien's off. Like it's not like he's done.
I mean, he's a solid footballer, but I mean, that's all he is. He's just a solid
They probably
footballer.
knew that
But I reckon he's also a solid twos.
I mean, he had 23 touches on the weekend,
Yeah.
and with 6 marks. Like, that's sort of what you'd expect from an AFL player in the twos.
Yeah. And how did Dow go?
Dow didn't play. He has a hamstring injury. SBS had 13 touches, but he had 11 tackles.
Will this be the last year we'll see SBS in blue?
I hope not.
I really hope not.
Because
I reckon he will be the type of player to move clubs to maybe like his hometown.
It's like go to a Freo or something. And
yeah, still though.
It's a tough one.
You got to make tough decisions sometimes.
It's like what...
If we get something in return for it, if we get Chera and he turns out great, who cares?
So will that be a part of the trade? Chera? SBS maybe...
Apparently Chera's decision isn't based on money.
No.
Which I think that's a positive.
Because our offer's going to be less because we don't have any money, really.
He's 650, I reckon, 700. Because guys like McGovern and that will go.
But it's just what's frustrating is that because really he hasn't been amazing. Like in the AFL, like he's a great footballer and he's got plenty of potential, but we keep paying players on potential, and that's what I'm scared of.
I reckon that's why
the positive thing with him is probably less risk because he's a midfielder.
Yes, that is true.
He's probably played mid for his whole life. Like guys like McGovern, they're playing off half forward, and it's a tougher role.
To find
the footy or impact the game.
Yeah.
Like Chera, he could just find the footy. You know what I mean? He might not have a huge impact. Look at Tom Mitchell.
And I reckon
they know how to find the footy.
You're right.
I reckon that's why also when McGovern... So was his contract 800k?
That's what was reported. I mean, we never really know.
It'd be 700, 800.
Because it's not like the NBA, you know everyone's salary, but...
Yeah. But Mitch McGovern, he was good at it. I reckon he was actually good. He did play in that granny, didn't he?
Yeah. He didn't.
He didn't because he had a hamstring injury. Yeah, that's why he was so frustrated with Adelaide because they were like, oh no, we're not going to risk you for the grand final.
Yeah.
But I mean, even still, Adelaide's forward line when they were really good.
Yeah. Josh Jenkins.
He was probably the fifth forward. So.
Exactly. It was much easier to look good when you haven't got a good defender on you.
But it's also when he came to Carlton though, because I reckon Mackay and Kerno would have been the two forwards.
I still think. I mean, he was still taking a much better defender than he was at Adelaide easily.
Yeah.
So
you'd probably need everyone fit, which never happens. You probably need Mackay. Mackay, Silvani, Kerno, Martin.
Silvani in there as well.
But does Mitch fit?
He does seem to be an odd one out.
That's what I'm saying.
But the way that I see it is he's on so much money.
Doesn't matter.
It's a hard one because I actually love Mitch McGovern. He has a great first name.
Hey.
I wonder why it's good.
I reckon the way that I see it is if he's getting paid so much money, a bit like Jack Martin, I don't think he's getting paid 800k. He's not playing the VFL. He needs to play the AFL.
I don't think.
But also that's not how clubs see it.
Yeah.
But if you're wasting that much money, he has to take a pay cut.
I mean, man, he's not going to get anywhere near the money he's on now at any other club. So it's either he gets longer contract security somewhere else and more years because money he's not going to get much. I would say.
No.
You could see Gold Coast or something going for him.
Yeah.
I don't really actually.
Yeah. Or a North.
North,
it's cheap and they get a long deal.
I can see
North. Have money, don't they?
They don't have any forwards as well.
Yeah, they got Nick.
They got Larky. So.
Yeah. But what I was about to bring up before is hopefully Cripper is going to sign.
We assume so.
4 years.
4 years.
But out of Walsh and Mackay, who are we signing first?
Oh,
Mackay. I mean, Mackay's had a contract this year, so you need to sign him first.
But also for next year though, if we sign Walshy this year for 5 years, he's locked away.
I can see it happening. I don't really see it. Yeah.
It's just down to the money though. If we can actually afford,
we will.
Because I reckon if
they know what they're doing, I think they wouldn't just sign. They wouldn't just sign Williams and Sarda and know that they couldn't re-sign Walsh and Mackay. What's the point of that?
And Cripper.
Exactly.
I think we're forgetting Cripper.
And to be fair, I don't think. I mean, at this stage of Walsh's career, I'm not sure money's going to be an issue because he's free agent 2026, so he could take a contract to then, and then he can get his money in free agency.
There's no way he'll leave.
I don't see it.
No way he'll leave. There's no way. There's players like that all the time. They don't leave. I know this. Sometimes there's surprises when people leave, but you can kind of tell when sometimes
he just kind of bleeds blue. Which is, he's from Geelong, so it's sort of weird, but he does.
You just love those kinds of players as well. Like, you can just tell. I mean...
Every single week he plays for the Carlton Football Club and there's crest on the front.
But you do just have that little bit, like, in the back of your head.
Because we haven't had a player leave, really, have we?
That's what I was going to say. We haven't had that...
Like someone, you know...
That actually said, no, I'm out.
Gibbs was for a while, but Gibbs...
But that was more like...
that was going home.
Gibbs was more frustrating. I wanted him to go.
Yeah.
You know.
But at least...
He was good last season.
It's not like a certain free agent.
No.
That, like, who would it be? Like a Buddy Franklin. You know,
that was big.
Pretend Harry Mackay goes, there's all rumours for 2 years talking about when he's going to leave. Yeah. Going to wherever.
Yeah. Harry's been at the club...
There's never been talk about that at Carlton.
15 draft,
for any player to leave. Yeah. Because we don't have good enough players.
But also, I reckon it's because they're at a big Victorian club. But saying that, Buddy leaving Hawthorn...
Yeah,
that was big.
He's going to Sydney, though.
Yeah, it's a pretty
big... contract.
Look at that contract,
man. Say no to that. 10 mil for 9 years. You can't really say no to that.
Exactly.
So, shall we move on to the negatives from the game?
Yeah.
What's our thoughts?
It's repetitive negatives. Like
it
every
is,
single week.
yeah.
I've got transition defence once again.
Once
in
again.
bold.
Yeah, once again.
Bruce got out of the back way too much.
Called it.
I did.
He came out with 3?
Yeah, 3-1.
There's blokes running through the middle of the ground, like walking through, like Hawthorn have got the ball and they're just jogging around.
Yeah.
How are we not there?
I know.
I don't get it.
And then as you mentioned last week, like, I don't know if clubs have a transition coach, but I reckon they must.
I've heard it before.
Because
Melbourne's transition is so good.
Their system in the back line has changed dramatically over the past year.
You reckon? I reckon they've had it over the last 2 years.
They just haven't really been healthy, like with Lever and that.
Yeah.
Years. Because last year they didn't make finals.
No.
Last week, were you guys you watching how they?
Yeah.
So, we get a ball, we take a mark, right? I was watching on Fox Footy. There's almost every player on the ground know where they have to be. Like it's crazy. Like good on them. Like honestly. Yeah. But
just Liam Jones gets caught too far up, and I love Jonesy, but
I
his
think
positioning.
Defenders get a bit caught up.
Yeah.
They get a bit sucked into the footy.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, but it's just.
It's a little frustrating.
It's also like I do see some clubs do it and like have like a kind of like a goalkeeper, just make them play. Have a loose defender.
Yeah.
Like even that'd be like a Nick Newman.
Yeah.
Nick Newman's a ripper kick.
Yeah.
Like
he's a little rusty at the moment.
Yeah.
But
he's still playing.
yeah.
When he came back for Melbourne, everyone was like, we didn't really expect him to do much. He actually played alright.
Yeah. Did his job.
He just doesn't play like a bad game of football.
No, he doesn't. And because what did we get Nick Newman for?
Future fourth.
And that was a last minute one, wasn't it?
That was a last minute.
No, we didn't really I think we weren't really talking about him much, and then Sydney kind of wanted to get rid of him. Yeah. So we thought, why not?
And that was a strange one. I reckon that was a strange one because I reckon he actually did quite well at Sydney.
Yeah, he was solid. Yeah. I mean, like he definitely wasn't bad.
Is he like 27 or something? He's not.
He's young.
No, he's
but I mean,
he's good age for us.
Yeah,
but
I thought we have enough.
It's 28.
Yeah. So he's 20. Yeah, he's 28.
I think he started in the VFL for his first 5 years, a bit gibbo, and then came to the AFL at a later age. But yeah, I think he's all right. But yeah, transition defense is a joke. Man.
Yeah,
like you know what's about to happen. You're at the
yeah.
You would think that it's the elephant in the room.
Surely it's a great word, great phrase.
But great forward line.
Mm-hmm.
Good midfield. You would think one of the best backmen in the game, Jack Wiedering.
Yeah.
What's going on?
It just falls apart. I don't know.
I don't think it's based on individual defensive
I don't reckon
skill.
it's
based on a
team. Yeah.
Is it mindset?
I think it's work rate. We have a lot of players that do not have great work rate. Like Walshy is he's elite. He's like top 5. And
I feel like guys like Cripper do work pretty hard.
He's hard with no doubt. There's no one's doubting that.
Video I sent to you guys. The Shepherd and then keeps going. People don't talk about that.
That was elite.
That's what we need defensively. That's why Melbourne is so good because they have unrewarded running. Like you have guys,
Charlie Spargo.
Yeah,
no one would have. He actually had gun.
Yeah.
Like they work for each other. That's what they do so well, and we don't.
Yeah. We only have a few that work.
Yeah.
Team.
And would you reckon it's down to we need to become more of a team? Is that part of it? I reckon it's got to be part of it.
They're quite well connected, the team now, because they've played for a while together, like a few of them.
Yeah. But also bring in, once again, like
That's
Jack
more-
Williams and Sard, Lockie Fogarty as well from that, like, but also like with Durden, Carroll.
I think Carroll's gonna be a player.
Gun.
Yeah, I've watched him in the twos the last few
Natural
weeks.
midfielder.
Mm.
Has he played in the Reese's yet?
Yeah,
Has he done
he's
all
played
right?
the last couple of games. He only had 6 touches on the weekend, but he's only playing limited game time
Yeah,
still.
because he had, what do you have, finger? His thumb? Or?
Yeah.
Mm.
And Durden's played Samful ones, like proper seniors, with men
Yeah.
when he was younger. So,
Durden looks good. Like,
Yeah.
that day he has the doggies in the twos was really good.
yeah, and Terry loves him because he sponsored him. So,
Hey.
player sponsor. We're going to get a player sponsor.
I reckon we do. We would have to, but who from though?
Anyone. You can go for anyone.
Nike.
We'll talk about this off.
Anyway.
But I reckon another negative I had, and I don't know how to see it because I don't know if it was a positive or a negative, but from some of the media that I've heard, it was quite a negative thing. David Teague spray at half time.
I don't see how that can be
I-
negative.
I don't
It
see how
sparked
it's a
us.
negative.
It clearly sparked us because we were shit to end that second quarter.
Terrible.
And it was hard to watch.
My
don't-
memory,
yeah.
I mean, I don't want to quote the wrong, but I'm pretty sure Nick Del Santo was the guy that said that isn't the right. Like you shouldn't be spraying, like because I feel like it was kind of down to like the expectation from Carlton being like, oh yeah, it's not that high of expectation. We're in a 6-year rebuild.
Exactly. And we just couldn't lose that game.
We are even with a team that lost to North Melbourne.
We were up 15. We gave away 2 late goals. Why didn't you give them a spray? They were shit
I
goals.
mean, isn't that what a coach does?
I mean-
their players are down, work rate's down.
Yeah, don't do it all the time. But
No.
at the right time, I think it was the right time.
I reckon that's why it was so good.
I agree.
Spraying, because he doesn't do it all the time.
I
So
think-
when they actually spray him, fucking listen to
I
him.
think that opinion from Del Santo also shows us why we shouldn't listen to the media.
Oh,
Agreed.
just-
Agreed.
Like we've got, you see every single week on groups saying, why is Tiggy not, like in the box, everyone's like, he's too calm. But when he yells at someone, now the media have a go at him.
I know.
So it's like, I think Carlton fans were happy with it.
I was
Yeah,
so
I was- yeah.
I think Carlton fans were.
I couldn't believe it when I first saw it. 'Cause I was like,
I'm like, wait, he actually did that? What?
I was trying to find the video. Well, he's
So
like,
I remember the Brisbane one.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Fags.
Bloody
Yeah.
left. That was so good. Yeah, that was awesome.
And I love it.
And I was watching it on the TV. Goosebumps.
Yeah, we
Love
had
it.
to watch it on TV because
Yeah.
we couldn't be there.
Yeah.
Weren't you the fly on the wall, mate?
Then, like, goosebumps when I saw that. It's like,
Literally.
you see the passion.
Like the greatest coaches of all time, they had their sprays. John Kennedy, Ron Barassi,
Yeah.
like all-time great coaches.
Everyone, I'm sure everyone does. Like, I'm sure, you know.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
North Melbourne coach, I saw him in the box the other day. What a
Yeah,
one
no,
win,
yeah.
and he's on the phone yelling at someone.
Yeah, yeah,
It's elite football here. They're getting paid.
yeah. I know. It's like so much money.
You know.
I had for my biggest negative was just skill level. Like it's terrible.
Once again,
Why? Why?
I don't like it literally.
Why? We're getting a graphic up. Why?
Like it looks like we've never
Seriously.
touched a fofootball at training. Like I saw a video during the week that the Carlton media did, and it was like Sard punched the ball, and it was like the Simpson meme. That was our only ball, and I was like, that must have been because no one knew how to kick.
what do they do at training?
I've seen these guys at open trades and they're hitting targets.
Did you see like Sard that goal from? Did you see that? From
Yeah.
the inside out chip side.
Yeah.
It, like
I
where's that all the way?
don't think you guys like him are the worry.
No,
I think it's more like
That's just like an
some
example,
guys who
but
get
like-
away with it.
Yeah, little Satterfield.
That's why as I said, had him worse because his skill level was atrocious.
Yeah.
And he's from like a club like GWS who had very good skills.
Oh, I think, jeez, but I don't know why they're so bad at skill. They're not though.
It's not.
It has to be mental.
decision-making,
Yeah.
It's mental. It would have to be mental because I don't know what else would.
I mean, like, no way you could be an AFL footballer if that was genuinely your skill level.
Yeah. And then I reckon that's why Paddy Dow that's been so much talked about because in the junior level he was so good.
Yeah, but junior level's very different.
Very different.
So,
But
like,
surely you lose your skill.
No, but it's more the skill that you verse is better.
Yeah, and the
it's
pressure.
better.
It's
Pressures,
less time.
yeah.
If you get like in AFL, you get half a second less than you would in VFL,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But
It's sort of the same with cricket when you're facing like quicker bowlers in elite, like you got less time to think about when you're a batsman.
Yeah.
I think it's that sort of thing as well.
no, 100%. I've got another negative, which is a negative that, again, we have to
every
bring up
week.
Again. Why?
Week in, week
35% efficiency going forward. Lucky you were versus Hawthorn, who couldn't defend for shit.
Thanks.
Sorry, Hawthorn supporters, but
like we had 60 inside 50s, and
that's a positive.
Well, we got it inside 50, but
what do you say? Just what?
It's just frustrating.
Like our players, even Mark Murphy. Like I reckon he is.
He's a great user of the football.
Great user of the footy. Give him the ball.
Yeah, that's why he's still in, I think.
I reckon he's still in because I mean, like
guys, even Eddie Betts is a good field kick. He's probably one of our best.
He moved up the ground a bit already.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that. He's a good kick of footy. Yeah.
Earlier at Carlton, he was like before he left. He was playing midfield.
He was too. In the Resies, wasn't he? I think he was playing Resies when he was.
What's his?
I think when he got drafted, I think he was
actually...
that
early?
I'm
talking about like 2011, 2012. He used to have stints there. He's a good user of the footy. That's why.
Quite small, but still, he's a good user.
Yeah.
Giving the ball. But,
I think it was just frustrating how we had all that play in the last quarter and we just couldn't put them away. Only kicked one goal, which was Harry's goal.
I was stressing out a little bit.
Yeah.
I was like, we're not going to lose, but it's just like...
we can't put them away.
I don't reckon I was ever nervous. I don't reckon I was ever...
It was a weird game. I've never had that mindset where
never.
We're going to win this easy.
And I feel like that's a good feeling because I was never worried.
The expectation.
I just feel like...
I think when the song, I wasn't so happy. Like,
I didn't cheer. I sang the song, but...
I sang the song, I was up in it.
Yeah, but I wasn't cheering.
I enjoyed the win.
We did the bare minimum. And I don't really like that we had to do just the bare minimum.
And it's good that we aren't so up and about that.
No,
I mean,
we keep a lid on it because, like, if we came out saying, "Oh, we beat Hawthorn," mate, Hawthorn lost to Melbourne. First time I've said it.
Wins against Essendon and top teams and rivals are different, right? Yeah. It doesn't matter ladder positions.
I think it's just relief that we finally got a win against Hawthorn. That's just the main thing for me.
Yeah, because I reckon that also added on to like if we lose to a team that's had the foot over us, like I reckon it was kind of down to the coaches. Like Alistair Clarkson, best coach.
He's just I don't know what it is.
I think.
So
I've got one more negative.
Love it.
Conceding red time goals.
Yes, I had that as
every game. My mum brings it up every game. She's like, "Why do we let teams kick goals?" Like when it's about the sign's about to go, Mum's like, "They're gonna kick goals."
Yeah.
Why? Do you think the same thing?
Yeah, I was literally talking to my dad on the game. Yeah, I'm looking at the worm here, and it's just at the end of the quarter, it's like this, and it's doop, and then in the second quarter it was this, and it was like straight down like that, and it's.
And I don't know why.
What's the mindset? Like half time, I reckon the players are almost in the rooms.
Yeah.
It's like they've got the siren went.
Wouldn't you think it like with 5 minutes to go, Teague would just be like, all right, we're up by 20.
They have the signs.
Yeah,
what? They had some bus sign. They had some bus thing.
Yeah.
And it's like park the bus, which is like a soccer term for
slow it down.
Yeah,
slow it down.
Control the
It was like I don't know. It's like every quarter. I guess it's 25-minute mark every quarter, and then they're like, let's give the opposition some goals here, lads.
Yeah.
And then I see on the scoreboard 25 minutes. I'm like, oh, here we go.
Yeah,
it's 25. It's like
it's always that 25. You're like. Because I always look up there and it's always 25.
That Brisbane game was even worse because those quarters were going for like 37 minutes.
Yeah. I was like, how long is it going to
go? 10 minutes of red time.
That was just frustrating. That was just frustrating.
Anyone else?
Other than I just had playing down to opposition. That's pretty much what I had.
Yep. Should we move on?
Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to touch on the potential changes. So, of course, last week we actually knew what the changes were.
Yep.
But we're doing this on a Thursday morning.
Yep.
So, I reckon, what are we going to touch on? The potential changes, Jack?
Well, I mean, obviously, Plowman's out. Like, regardless of the appeal, he's out, knee injuries. He didn't fly to Sydney.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned for the Plowman suspension. So he's out. 100% he's out. So I think I have Parks coming in. He had a solid game in the twos, 12 touches, 8 marks, 6 tackles.
Yeah.
And then I have Jack Martin back from injury this week.
Yeah.
Which is good. I have Gibbo going out for him.
Love it.
Yeah.
And that's my 2 changes.
What?
He was.
I love him.
I love Gibbo.
He was solid on the weekend, but I'm not sure solid cuts it when you bring in someone like Jack Martin.
Yeah.
And I reckon he's the only player that
he's probably
can swap positions straight
similar
away.
role, yeah.
And that's not playing as well. Like, I mean, you would probably mention he's just playing his role.
He's kicking us 2 or 3 goals,
and, you know, Martin probably can't speak for Ollies. Because where would Gibbo play?
Exactly. Gibbo will probably be medical
What's he
sub.
playing now? He's playing forward pocket now.
But he's everywhere. Like, you'd chuck him on the wing here and there, be up forward.
I don't think anyone knows.
Yeah. There's too much mucking around. Mm-hmm.
But that's his style. Like, he doesn't dominate at any role. He just does it good. You know. I love Gibbo. But,
love Gibbo.
But I've got a big call for
Oi.
I don't think this bloke probably entirely deserves to be dropped.
Yep.
But this is cultural. Just give him a week off, and bring in the honey.
I love
the honey. The kid.
I think he should be in. Yep. I've
Kid's couple of goals on the weekend too.
Speeches the twos man.
Man, I love it.
So, I was actually about to touch on that because Josh Honey, he was listed as medical sub, wasn't he?
He was, yes.
Yet he still played the Rezzies.
Yes, he didn't play. So did Josh Morris, who was medical sub for the Hawks. He played for the Box Hill as well.
Right.
The next day.
Yeah, so you can do that.
Right. Yeah, because I mean, I guess in past games, I think we've played our seniors game after.
Yeah.
So in the Rezzies game, they can't play.
Although earlier in the year, Oscar McDonald, I think it was in the Collingwood game, he played in the twos, and then he played for.
Did he?
Yeah, he was medical sub.
But he didn't come in as medical
sub. He didn't play, but
Okay. McDonald. Remember round 1?
Oh, that was so good. I miss the man.
Did he go back? He just
and that's right.
It was so funny.
And then you come onto the ground for like 2 minutes, kick two. I mean, he kicks 2, like, But like,
I don't think he's probably good enough. But
touching on Cotters, I have him in the side purely because just a little bit of mindset against the Swans because he hit the winning goal last year against them. Yes. I have him in just maybe a little bit of mind games from the Swans.
The Greek freak.
Yeah, loved it.
Yeah. I reckon the Swans lineup though has changed a bit since then.
I mean, he has. They have a level of
kids.
What's his name's injured?
Errol Gordon's injured. He's injured,
yes.
So he's not playing.
He's been in the game. He might get so you might. Yeah. Who else is the young?
They have
Braden Campbell.
Campbell, Warner.
Warner as well.
Warner was there last year.
Yeah. Who was he playing against us?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember. To be fair.
Who's the other one? Number 1, Stevens.
One is.
He hasn't been in the game. No, 3. That's it.
Dylan Stevens. He played last week.
Did he?
Yes, he did play last week. Yeah.
And he was actually right.
Yeah, I honestly wanted us to draft him in that draft.
Yeah.
But then, Sydney took him. And
who did we get instead?
We traded down and ended up getting Kemp and Phil.
And so all those kids, they would have been a part of the academy, right? They wouldn't have
Yeah. Well, Stevens was not Stevens. He was from South Australia. Yeah. Well, let's just touching on Phil out for the year.
McDonald's from Adelaide too.
Is he from?
No, Perth. He's from Perth.
Right.
Yeah. Perth.
Yeah. See, I still find it unbelievable how we're the only club that doesn't have
academy.
Yeah. We do now.
We do now, but we were the last club to get one.
Lance Whittle's son.
He's coming through.
Paddy Whittle.
He's coming. He's in the
academy.
If he's good, sure. But I don't know.
Carlton Academy.
The Carlton Academy.
Get the Daster in there, I reckon.
Yeah, get me in.
See, I just find that unbelievable how we are one of the last clubs to be. I
think we had one, but it wasn't so connected with actually getting a spot on the list.
Yeah.
Unlike
I think the AFL,
Let's say now, if you're on the academy and
someone's bullshit because Jamara was in the academy. He's one of the only guys in the Bulldogs academy.
Yeah.
So what does that mean?
Yeah.
What is he actually doing in the academy?
Yeah.
I don't really get the academies. I get it for
I get it for the interstate.
For Sydney and that.
They play for Sydney.
Yeah.
Because they don't have a TAC Cup.
Yeah.
So they play for Sydney Swans,
Yeah.
But Victorian clubs, most of them have been there for a long time, so they have father sons a lot of the interstate clubs don't have.
Yeah.
So I don't really think Victorian clubs need academies.
Because Jamara was playing at Oakley Chargers.
Yeah.
And then is it the Bulldogs academy?
Does make sense.
I think he might have trained with them a bit. But
so a lot of them do.
So Jamara so what is the Carlton? Yeah. Jamara, mate. Come on. Oh, Nick Dacos.
Yeah.
Come on, mate.
Yeah, because I reckon Matt Rowell's training with us for a bit.
Yeah.
I had a feeling Matt Rowell was
a few
training
years
with
ago.
us for a bit.
Yeah, he was. He had like Carlton.
Yeah.
But also, he's also a Carlton man.
We love the Matthew Rao.
Dude,
He's
like,
back soon for the Suns, which would be good.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah, which.
But, so then...
I had Honey. Just to give him a game.
Yeah. He deserves a game.
Medical sub, really.
And then, my changes were exact same as you, Jack. Parks, because I don't think there's anyone else that's really going to replace...
Kemp's not ready.
What about the bloke that was managed last week? Does he come straight back in from being managed?
No.
The Levi?
Levi, that's right. He is not coming back in. If he gets back in, if they drop Hito...
Mate, he was only managed. He comes straight back in.
That's a crime.
Imagine if you see on the list...
Pitting it out.
Imagine if you see Levi in TDK opening. Could you imagine?
Oh, there would be an uproar. There would literally be an uproar.
I will go to David's. I will walk to Sydney. I won't be able to fly there because we won't be able.
Mate, yeah, my flight's not looking too good for the Sydney game.
I'll swim around. I'll go
still across the Murray, mate.
Swim to the SCG.
Swim to the SCG.
Force a late change.
Knock on the coach's door, being like, "T, fuck man." But I reckon we've seen the last of Levi. Only if someone.
We'll have injuries. We're gonna have injuries.
We'll give him some, you know.
But like, if they're gonna, I'm still hopeful that we have a chance to make finals.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit not as confident.
It's just, I feel like it's more about the heart.
No, but I think we're close enough. It's just that we haven't
just whether we
knocked
can.
off a team yet.
Yeah, we haven't beaten anyone in the 8, so.
No,
but if we do this week, I know they're probably a team that
it's sort of the borderline.
The most vulnerable, probably.
But Fremantle are 10th and they're equal with Giants and Richmond at 8.
And Essendon's 11th.
Essendon are 11th. And we killed Fremantle. Fremantle can't play away from Perth.
No, they've struggled away.
Yeah, but they've beaten alright sides though. They beat Sydney. Who else have they beaten there? They beat the Giants.
Yeah,
Giants weren't that great when they beat them. They struggled early.
Sydney, I reckon Sydney are dropping.
They will. I mean, they've been
Can we make them drop even more?
So I reckon Fremantle have actually had a pretty easy draw.
We've had a tough draw. We've had a really tough. Like, we haven't travelled.
Yeah,
I remember saying we had a good draw. We got it.
No,
I didn't get that.
it's tough.
Like, we have a few home games, but they're against good sides.
Yeah,
you know,
like Brisbane, Port, Richmond.
We should have taken one of them. And Dogs.
Brisbane was probably the main one because Brisbane were actually good. Like, they were starting to build.
Yeah. They flogged the Bombers the week before, and it was just.
But then if we gave them a reality check, then just said no. That would have been great. And also Port we played like shit. I reckon we played alright against Brisbane.
I reckon Port was
we started well against Port.
Worst game. Yeah. Worst game of the year. Yeah. One of the worst games I've been to in the last.
And we only lost by 28 points.
Yeah.
That's the worst part because you know that.
You really think we really lost by 10 points? Yeah.
Oh, it's just
you
can do it. Yeah, that's why we go every single week.
Just do it, like Nike. Just do it. Just do it. I mean, I can't really do it anymore because we're
Puma. Yeah.
But it pisses because I feel like a few years ago we actually used to take it up to the top teams. And we always used to lose.
We didn't take it up to anyone, mostly.
I feel like now we're starting to beat the teams we should beat.
Mostly.
Well, really?
We have beaten everyone we should beat.
Except Collingwood.
I reckon everyone that were being favourites against, except for Collingwood, we were favourites.
We were favourites.
I reckon we were just favourites before the game.
I think if we lose Collingwood now, we'll beat them.
If we lose to them later in the year, I'm gonna scream, I swear.
I mean, it's just the trust with the team.
Yeah.
But,
so what do you reckon? Matchups
preview of the game.
Yep.
This is big.
So we have obviously two of the best. Jones.
Jones at his best is.
Jones, I think, can match up on Buddy on.
And you reckon that is a matchup? Jones takes
a big one. It's a massive one. Because you could see in the Melbourne-Sydney game a month or so ago how May killed Franklin, how much of an impact that had. Well, Sydney only lost by 9 points, especially if Buddy kicked a couple.
He kicked 6 last week, Buddy.
Yeah. But who did he have on him? That's the thing.
Probably Cox. Was Cox playing?
Brent Cox or Luke Ryan or...
Luke Ryan isn't tall enough.
Yeah, he's 6'2".
He's not 6'2".
He's a good defender, but he's not...
I don't think he's a key defender.
He's a very good defender though.
Yeah. Luke Ryan's actually like a good player, but I don't know.
I'm looking at the last times we've played Sydney, and Buddy's goals on us.
Yeah. He kicked 12.
So
10.
yeah. So
that was Dennis Armfield's last game. Wasn't
yeah.
it?
So last time we played
Dennis.
He kicked 2 against us in 2019. The last time he played us, and then it was 3 goals before that, and then the 10. So what do you reckon? Do we still reckon Jones, or do you reckon Weeders?
Give him the first quarter.
Give him the first quarter.
Give him a quarter.
Give him half the first quarter. If they're getting into him pretty well. Yeah. I think Jonesy can do it.
He can.
That's it. We have so much.
I think Jones is a good player.
I
think we sometimes a bit harsh.
Shout out Liam for liking our recent Instagram post, by the way.
Love you, mate.
Yes.
Love your work. But I think he's a great defender. But we're all harsh, myself included.
Yeah.
Are harsh on him.
I have given him
that position. He's just
because like when he's at the best, he is one of the best defenders in the game.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
It's just
It's just like a bit like Brett Ratton when he said about his team. He's their best. Is so that gap from their
100%.
best. I reckon it's the same Liam Jones. Like when he's at his worst.
Wait, and then when he's at his best, he's all Australian form. Easily.
Yeah.
And being compared to like Darcy Moore, and I'm like, at times I reckon Jones is better than Darcy Moore.
Yeah,
but
big
now,
call. Big call.
I mean, at his best though.
At his, I know what you're saying.
The same kind of player, but Moore just does it more.
Yeah.
He's more.
More does it more. Darcy does it more.
But it's just kind of down. It's just like Moore. I feel like he's more experienced.
Yep.
But Moore was drafted as a key forward, was he not? Or was he always?
Yeah, he played as a key forward.
So it's the same kind of story with Jones.
Yeah.
But it's a tough one.
As a key forward for us.
But when he went, I mean, we won't touch on that again. But when Jones went back against Melbourne. No, that's went forward. Went forward.
Oh, yeah. No. Anyway, so what do you reckon? It was Wiedering and then on McLean?
McLean. Is he playing?
McLean, I assume so. He played last week.
So I reckon
he's alright. He's okay.
Wiedering would dominate that match.
Wiedering should kill him.
It's kind of like the size difference. Like I would assume that McLean
is always
he plays well against.
He plays well undersized, strength-wise, but height-wise.
Yeah.
Because he usually takes Mason Cox with versus Cole.
And he kills Cox.
And then Cox gets bailed out by umpires.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's bad.
But in the midfield as well.
Cripper and Kennedy, I think, is the main one.
Yeah.
The 2 balls.
Will we try and tag someone?
No, I wouldn't.
I
just let it play out.
Kerno could.
Could take a Parker or someone.
Who's really hurting? Like who's really having an impact?
I think they're going to get their touches regardless. Like they got a good midfield, but.
And then I reckon, when Luke Parker and Josh Kennedy, when they're combining to get touches,
it shows you it's very similar to Cripps and Walsh.
Yeah,
100%.
Yes, but I reckon I reckon it is very much the same kind of. But it's the old guys
better.
Yeah.
Cripps and Walsh, and to compare them to.
I mean, you would hope so at the stages of their careers.
I reckon the game is decided by the midfield.
Yeah, I think you let it play out before you make too many changes in the midfield. See if they're actually dominating us, because once again, they're not a clearance side. Like they're 13th in clearances.
It is good.
So then Hawthorn was last in clearances and they beat us last week. So it's
we've got to be able to just hit targets up forward. Really,
that's
inside the 50.
When we did that, it does look good. It's like maybe do it every time.
And then also Harry just looked. He kicked 7 against Fremantle, did he not?
Yes.
7-5.
But
he was 7.
He kicked 12.
He caught him.
That was.
Speaking on Harry, it was really frustrating watching because he's a left footer. So kicking to the punt road end, where I was in at, so he should be leading out to not the members wing, the other wing. But then all the play was on the members wing, so we're kicking it to him on his right foot. I don't understand what that game plan is.
Someone was saying, was it you guys or? It was someone on Blue Broad. It was Blue Broad, I think, was saying we've got to be able to shout us at Blue Broad. I'll be working there, boys. We've got to be able to just when we switch, our switches take so fucking long.
I know.
No. I don't mind switching.
I like it.
I love switching. Dart inside. Dart the ball inside the change it up.
Move.
Just do something different.
And it's quick.
But
it's just it's painful to watch. It is painful to watch. Yeah.
Yeah,
You get there, go inside.
Yeah.
You can go back out if you fucking want to.
Yeah.
100%.
because when you go
Take something on.
yeah, when you go in the middle, you have the wings now. You have both wings.
You got 360 degrees.
You
I
have,
mean,
you've got the
180
whole,
degrees,
you can
but
go all the way down to Harry if you want.
yeah.
Yeah.
Take the risk, but you've still.
It's not even a risk going down the middle.
It's not. It's not. But then also, if you got Harry down there,
Yeah.
That's not
Everyone
definitely
Once
a
it's
risk.
not on,
That's
if
not-
the kick's not on, they're
Don't
blocking
take
around
it.
the middle, that's fine.
Yeah.
Then you can go around.
they're just getting so predictable. And like, I'm not an AFL coach, but if I can see that it's kind of starting to get predictable, that's a
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah.
It's a problem.
But it's just like, if sometimes we switch and they cover it off, right, that's fine.
Yeah.
Then you go middle. Don't
Exactly.
switch
Change the
back.
angle.
Sometimes they switch back. It's like, you see defenders calling for the ball in wrong spots and that.
Yeah.
Go forward, mate.
Yeah.
It was the last quarter, I love Sardi, but
Yeah.
he's pointing to go to Plowman or something down back. What are you doing, mate? He's 60 out from goal. Just get it in.
Just the love that we have
Why?
in this club. It's unbelievable how
The
much
passion,
we
mate.
have.
Yes.
Yeah, but I just don't, even not just us, there's heaps of teams like that. They're about 65 out, right? What the fuck are you going backwards
I know.
for?
Like, and it's okay if it's like a little bit backwards.
way.
You change the angle.
You change the angle.
But then when you're going 40 metres back, it's like.
When they call for it, Jonesy's demanding the footy and we're inside 50. Give me the ball! Harry's lined up with that one. Jones, yeah, back.
You're exactly right.
Well, yeah, mate.
Yes,
You're exactly
yes.
right.
So what are you doing, mate? Like, we want to score the... Oh, we've got a bit of a rant here.
Oh, we
love
have.
that.
I reckon it was. Sorry, preview of the game. We've gone through that. We've gone through key matchups. But who will Harry take? Who is taking Harry?
McCartan.
McCartan, yeah, I can't see anyone else other than
I think
McCartan
you
taking
beat
him.
him.
I reckon he needs to. McCartan.
McCartan's very good.
He's
I
good,
do
but-
rate McCartan a lot, and if Hardigan can beat Harry, beat
did.
Harry.
It's the thing about... It's more hard you can beat our inside 50.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Yeah.
If I say it every week, if our inside 50 entries, they can hit the spot, and if we can use Harry's preferred side of the ground,
Yeah.
then he can kick a bag.
Yeah. That's also like it happens in local level. You got to give the bloke space to lead up in the right position.
But that's also the thing. It was frustrating me because we would open up a hole,
Yeah.
and he doesn't lead. Harry doesn't lead, and it was frustrating me.
He's great one-on-one.
He is a great
He is,
one-on-one,
isn't he?
but he still
Isn't he
needs to
quicker?
lead.
Yeah, I don't think he trusts our inside 50 sometimes.
That's a fair point.
But yeah, we'll go to the predictions of the game.
I was just about to touch on Rampy.
Rampy,
Yes.
So Rampy, who do you reckon?
Teddy
will take?
K.
So you reckon Rampy will go to the tall? Because who else is down there?
I was trying to have a
Who's
look.
there?
They don't have a big back
Jacob
line.
Lloyd.
Jake Lloyd
So
is
he's
more-
not. He's taking him.
Jake Lloyd is more of a loose. Like I don't reckon
Loose
Lloyd will
and
have
humour.
a matchup. I
That-
reckon
No,
Lloyd
he'd
will be
take the
back line.
shittest defender. For
But,
it.
Is-
I reckon he'll be more of a loose.
Yeah.
Is Robbie
Like, I
Fox?
reckon he will-
Is Robbie Fox their second call?
Robbie Fox.
He
He's
was-
not tall.
He was their centre half. Listed as centre half back last week. I didn't watch the Sydney Freo game last week.
I think I can remember watching him. And he like he's tall, but he's not a.
So I think
Yeah,
he'll take.
yeah.
I think he'll take our second top. I think Rampy may take like a Martin if he's forward.
Okay, so do we reckon we should touch on predictions?
I had Blues by 63 last week.
So, yeah.
It was alright the first quarter. I was like,
Yeah.
we could be winning here. You know, the fans might hop on the punt through my predictions, but I've got the Blues by 11.
Yep.
I'm not gonna be too happy with this one. My heart's saying Carlton by 10, but my head's saying Sydney by 15. I would obviously love for us to win.
Yeah.
But I mean, I did say last week Harry wasn't gonna have a big one. I called that one.
Yeah. It's just being realistic.
Realistically, I do have Sydney by 15, and I don't like it, but that's just where I'm at.
I want the Blues to win. I put them down for 15.
Yeah.
That's fair.
You can't,
I'd
you
love
can't
it.
do too much, and I don't think,
It's not gonna be a
Sydney are a
blowout. It's
good
not
team.
gonna be a blowout either way.
Yeah.
it'd be a bit like, I reckon it'd be a bit like the game when we beat them in 2019.
Yeah, I agree. I could say that.
Levi reverse swing game. No one.
Yeah.
So
Getting back
that's
into
our-
that.
That's our
That's the
predictions.
level.
But time of the week. You know what time it is, Daff?
Speak up, Speechley!
Alright.
Yes, mate.
Speechley, the floor is yours, my friend.
Alrighty, so I think we all know what this week's topic of conversation is going to be centered around, and that is the Lockie Plowman suspension. I honestly, I mean, he got 2 weeks, which, I mean, considering Holman initially got 2 weeks for his tackle, a load of bullshit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think, what is Christian, what is he looking at with these fucking...
Christian. Yeah.
Like, just fuck, like, I don't get it.
I think it's a joke full on the whole weekend.
Yeah, and then the tribunal. Like, I was reading through the live feed or whatever,
Yeah.
and the AFL argument was, there was a player in front of him. It's like, yeah, there's a player in front of everyone at a contest. Like, and it's like how is a tribunal jury leaning to the argument that says there was a player in front of him?
Yeah.
And that's the best argument.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. Well, like we were coming up with all these complex things. Oh, it was a marking contest. You know, he was in there for the spoil. Eyes on the ball the whole way, and then the AFL was like, he bumped, and then the jury's like, oh yes, he bumped, yes, mate. And it's
because I was saying, like, as soon as he closed his fist and protected himself,
but
I think it was Mark Robertson on AFL 360.
yeah, he's.
But I reckon what he was saying was actually true.
It's true, but at the same time,
closed.
we're talking a fraction of a second.
I know.
Like
it's just a reaction thing.
His eyes were on the ball the entire time except for the last split second.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get that with a contest. So are you saying that every time there's a collision in midair in a marking contest, the bloke that doesn't come off, the bloke that's better off gets 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Is that the precedent they're setting?
I don't know why it's 2.
Or because it was high impact and high contact.
Holman's one was 2 weeks and then he got off.
Yeah.
What does that doesn't make sense?
But also, like, I mean, I don't really like to live in the past, but Zach Williams, that was more than a week. I reckon that was more than a week.
I mean,
he wanted to.
If you're basing it on Plowman getting 2 weeks, then yes, it's much worse than Plowman's.
They are too inconsistent.
And it's
That's
just
what I hate about it.
What I keep coming back to is Jared Harbrow and Michael Gibbons in the Suns game.
Yeah.
He chose to bump, got him high.
And he did.
Gibbons went off for a concussion test and he didn't even get a fine.
He didn't even get off. See, that I don't.
And then Asprey elbows Plowman in the head, gets a fine.
Was that a fine or was that?
That was a fine.
So that didn't even get a game.
No, and then Plowman bumps someone, and he gets 2 weeks.
Going
for the ball.
First of all, player. If you're watching, mate, I absolutely love that fucking hit, mate. I absolutely loved it. Absolutely.
Yes.
When I live the game, I was like, fucking yes.
Yeah,
Yes, I was up and about.
I mean,
I don't want to die knocked out.
Yeah.
I don't want.
I mean,
But it's a contact sport.
Yeah.
We don't want it to happen, but it's going to happen.
Because, I mean, of course my thoughts are with O'Meara and
Obviously.
I love Jay O'Meara.
Yes.
But someone was saying last week that accidents still will happen in a contact sport. Like, Nick Holman, when he...
It was a great tackle.
Great tackle.
That's how you tackle.
It's
just unfortunate because Mitch Duncan was...
Yeah.
That's just accident.
Yeah. It's like an ACL injury where you get a brain
Accident.
somewhere.
Like,
It's an ACL injury.
It's almost getting to the point where the AFL is setting the precedent that if you do any football action or anything and you knock the player out or give them a concussion, then it's 2 weeks. Like, that's sort of the precedent they're setting, and I hate it.
Yeah,
like, it's football. It's contact sport. Injuries, unfortunately, are going to happen.
Imagine if that happened in the 1980s.
Yeah, it'd be...
O'Meara would be given a 10-week suspension.
O'Meara would have been still playing. He would have come back on the ground.
But he would have been paid to... He wouldn't have been paid to...
Exactly. And it's just frustrating because the umpire was right there, didn't play a free kick.
Yeah.
And it was just... I mean, I loved the intent from Plowman on that play.
Yeah.
And then to be punished 2 weeks for
I know.
just putting your body on the line. Like,
I don't get it.
Like, neither player was in the wrong, really. And it's just frustrating.
Is that all from you? Speak up, Speechley.
Yeah.
Would you like to touch on your best mate, Sard?
I mean, I'll bring it up.
Was he better?
I mean, he was. I mean, we've touched on it. He was 26 to 89%. He had a very good game, and I liked it. Because...
Rare words here.
Here we go.
This will be... I'll cut this clip and chuck it in.
Mate, highlights when me giving Sardi praise. But like, I liked it because he didn't just throw the ball in the boot like he does most weeks. Like, that's why he went at 89%. He thought about it and he hit up the one, and then he ran on. He ran this week, which that's what he's inside to do.
And maybe that's also to do with, like, it was a shit team.
I mean,
No.
I mean, potentially.
You got to be able to bring the same, game plan and how you play to every team.
I think it's going to be interesting because Williams and Saad both had good games disposal efficiency wise. Where they're against a better side, where they changed, because Saad was absolutely dog shit against the Dogs, top of the table.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. So I mean,
and someone else after Melbourne as well. Like,
he was not great against Melbourne. He was close to my worst.
That's what I'm saying. So probably the pressure will go up when you play the better sides.
Yeah.
And Hawthorn is the worst of the worst.
Yes.
So that's why I'm glad that we're keeping a lid on it.
Yes, because if we were celebrating a win against Hawthorn, a gritty win against Hawthorn,
it's going to be something to kind of.
It's off.
But I feel like it's also good that we beat them that way, because if we beat them 63 points,
coming into Sydney,
players might be a bit cocky.
I wouldn't know how to see it. Yeah, I wouldn't know how to see it, and then you can tell that at the end of the game, the players weren't stoked.
No, they were happy to get the win, but that's all it was.
A little bit.
You want to have a bit of happiness.
Yeah, of course.
Sing the song and then.
Of course.
But then
straight
to next
week, 2-win seasons.
Yeah.
People take a win here and there.
Yeah.
Like, look, a bit of perspective right now. We're 4-6.
Yeah.
A few years ago, we're fucking shit.
Yeah. Well, now we would be 0-10.
I mean, we were 1-2 in 2018. We had the win against the Bombers, and that was.
Jesus.
So that's
Christ. It's fucking 7-0. 0-8.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's touch on the questions. Daff, all yours, mate.
Thanks for sending us questions again this week.
Once again.
It always helps the video get a few more views.
Appreciate it.
So we'll go for the first question. We've got a few questions about this guy. He's a cult figure.
I reckon he's. I
appreciate it, guys.
Speak up briefly.
It's getting
He's getting views.
Get a sponsor on it, I reckon.
So I've got a bit of a funny one. Why is Ben Brown in the Vegas chat group?
I have an answer for this. So yeah, but I haven't been. I've been dropped. So what else am I doing? What else am I doing with my time? Come on, mate.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I appreciate the comparisons.
I don't see it. I think it's a bit of the hair.
Yeah, I've gotten it for quite a few years now. But yeah, we move.
We move on. I don't think we want to touch on it that much.
We get that.
Yeah.
So next question. This is a question from Matthew Hall. Thanks, Matty.
Thank you, mate.
Do you think, as a team, coaches and players, we lack a bit of aggression?
I mean, we touched on Teague's spray, which, I mean, we love that, but I'd love to see more of that. Mm-hmm. I think in terms of players, I mean, obviously, like guys like Parks and Stocker, I love it. They bring it.
Yeah.
But I don't think enough players bring it, so I would agree with that, yes.
I think the coaches... It's tough to say because David Teague, I reckon it's so good when he does it because he doesn't do it often. Yeah. So I reckon that's why it's so good. And I don't want him to change him as a coach. No. I don't want him to become the angry Mick Moss.
He's got to be himself. Yeah.
He's got to be himself.
Yeah. I think he thrives. I think the team thrives how he coaches. I reckon it's a more modern coach. Yeah. There's less sprays, but obviously you spray when you need to, like you did on the weekend. But he's more... I reckon... I don't know what the word is. It's just like he's more connected with the younger group.
Yeah, but I mean, some people would say we don't like that personal relationship with coaches, but I'm like, I think you need to have some sort of not every club's going to be the same.
I think we tried that. We had that with Mick Moldhouse, the not the player coach relationship, and obviously we lost Mitch Robinson because of it. So that doesn't work. It does not work.
So.
And it's also down to the players as well. I think they need to come in with aggression.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have to come in with aggression.
Especially from the first bounce. Just be on.
White line fever. Go into it.
I was terrible with that when I played, mate. As soon as that ball bounced.
Line
him up, mate.
Someone another question from lit_J42.
Sadi.
Favourite Carlton forward since 2000?
I mean, mine's pretty easy. Favourite player of all time, Andrew Walker. Or Fev before that, but...
Yeah. I'll say Fev.
Fev, Eddie Betts.
Yeah, Eddie Betts as well. I mean, you can't...
Love Eddie.
I'm trying to see this.
Andreas Everett.
Nick Diamond.
One game.
Nick Diamond, one game he fall. But I mean, you can't really forget also, the man Cam Wood.
He's saying someone good.
Woody.
He was
shout out.
He was
worst moment.
That's why I was like, why do I go?
That was so bad.
At that time, I was like, why do I go pick up?
Was that against the Doggies?
Yeah.
No, it was against. I don't remember that. I didn't even know why I was like, because I knew there was against the Doggies.
Yeah.
Levi and Calwood running into an open goal. I think like fucking Jackson Trengo was running. Oh my god.
I don't want to think about it.
That could be the worst
Play I've ever seen.
Oh, terrible. But I reckon mine's probably Fev. Yours?
Fev. Fev, Eddie for me. Yeah. Both. Yeah. Had a pretty good impact.
And Andrew Walker as well. Like,
Yeah, Walker.
I wouldn't see him as a ideal forward because he wasn't for most of his career, but he came.
That 2011 season.
Gun.
Who got next?
Oh, I've got a question from Padge.
Badgie! Shout out Badge.
What player this week will have a day out, and what will they do that is going to be gold?
I mean, I said it last week, but I still feel like Cripps needs to have it big.
What, like a real big...
Like Brisbane game.
Oh.
Skill.
I mean, I don't think you'll see it. I reckon someone who needs to earn, someone who's almost going to be dropped.
Like a Cotters?
Like a Cotters, if he somehow...
kicks a couple important goals or...
Gets the Greek freak out.
I don't see him doing it.
No,
Will Setterfield, I would love him to have.
So if you pick a player right now, tell us who. You have to pick one player.
One player that would amaze me? Or
that would play good this week, you reckon?
Will Setterfield.
You could have a blinder, is he?
I would love for him to have a blinder, but I reckon Cripps is due for a big one.
Yeah.
Big one.
Me personally, I reckon TDK. He's got his first game under his belt. I reckon he might have as a forward. I mean, just in general. I mean, he's really good around the ground.
He's good, isn't he?
He's a good ruckman too.
He's got
a good one.
Yes, I have a feeling he's going to have a real solid game on the weekend.
What pick was he?
He was
30, I think. It was pick 30.
Yeah.
I would call Clouds. I mean, you wouldn't call it still right now, but when did this go in?
What year was that? Was it a Dow year?
Yeah, it was a Dow year, yeah.
Sorry, you go on.
I completely agree. I reckon TDK's going to have a big one.
TDK.
He could definitely match up pretty well on Big Hickey too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Athletic.
I reckon he...
It's probably more athletic.
Yeah. I reckon
Hickey's been very good this year.
He's been good against a good ruckman like Gorn and
yeah.
And like
Grundy a few weeks ago.
Nick Nui last year in the wet. Like he matched.
Yes.
I mean, Nick probably just beat him because West Coast won.
But I mean,
TDK matched it.
I mean, in terms of a young ruckman only just being beaten by a prime ruckman.
Like, expectations as well.
And now he's probably a bit bigger now. Like this year.
Yeah.
He looks a bit bigger.
Yeah,
exactly.
He's just got to just drop the ball a bit better on his foot.
Yeah.
Go on the goal square.
Oh, that was nerve-wracking.
It was still on his foot.
Yeah.
But I think he'd be right.
Yeah.
TDK's going to have a big one.
Yep.
Yeah, so how many more questions?
I reckon maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah, just a
We'll
couple
see
more.
how long we go for, I reckon. But,
Alright, this one's from Declan Johnson.
Deco.
Thanks, DJ.
I think that's 2 weeks in a row, actually.
Yeah. Another inclusion to the Vegas chat.
Love it.
Is David Teague the next... Is the next coach to take Carlton to a premiership?
Would love to see it. Would love to see it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Because I'm not sure how far away we are from a flag, really. So
it's hard to predict.
Exactly.
Really. Especially in footy these days, you see teams go straight away.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it.
I can see it in my head right now.
Yeah.
Like
Cripper, Doc and Teague holding it.
How you don't hold 3 of them? Just someone to be under the cover.
Yeah, I know. But I mean...
You're going to have to have 3 handles.
Yeah. It's just like, I mean, I think we're definitely... We're close to finals, but premiership.
Premiership's after?
We can't. We don't know.
You don't know. You don't know.
We're closer than we ever have been.
Are we?
2011 we were very
2011 we were
close.
premiership favourites at one stage.
After round 3.
Round 3, but we were premiership favourites.
And we
have never been that close.
Yeah.
Like 2013.
Who knows if we're close? If you told me fucking Richmond would win 3 flags in 4 years, I would tell you to piss off.
Yeah, exactly.
They lost by 120 in their last game in 2016.
Yeah.
And they go on to win 5 in a row at the start of 2017 and then go on to win the flag.
Is that how much they lost in that game?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, to the Swans.
That's what there's all talk about, like, Harden getting the sack.
That's right.
I can see David Teague. Like, imagine the stories, mate. Just imagine the stories.
I don't want to get my
getting shit every week.
Signing it and
Jackson Varney winning a flag.
Oh, he deserves
You know
one.
what I mean?
that's
Leaders.
yeah.
Because, you know,
Yeah.
us guys being pretty young, we've, you know, grown up with guys like Weeders and Cripps. So we've seen their career from the start.
Yeah.
How cool would that be?
And then also like I hope Mark Rick gets parachute.
He's not
I
going.
don't
He's
think he
well,
will.
we need to win one this year if he's got to get one.
Like how much that would mean for like
Yeah,
his
100%.
last season.
Everyone, we all love him.
Just so much harder being a skipper.
I just think it's going to be a bit of the same thing as Simo for him.
Yeah.
It'll be sad.
I think he'll still be at Carlton doing something.
Hope so. I hope so.
I think he's quite a smart guy, so...
He's this Murph.
Yeah.
You'd hope so.
Yeah.
Some coaching maybe.
I reckon it'll be.
Or some role.
Some in some
Doesn't seem like
capacity.
a super about guy,
Yeah.
but, you know, he's not the most valuable guy ever.
Yeah.
But,
Which is strange for a captain.
I actually have when I ran out with Carlton in 2013, round 19, I ran through the banner. Some round, we won that day.
Yeah.
And I ran out through the banner and we're doing the stretches with the players, right?
Yeah.
Out on G, and I hear Murph, boys, got a fucking lift today. Fuck, like F-bombs. And I look at the guy I ran out with, like the other kid. He's like, oh shit. Like, I thought we were kind of, you know, low key. He's like, fucking boys, looping into him like loud.
See, I reckon he was a great skipper.
So that changed
I mean, it was,
mindset.
Yeah.
But we'll go one more.
Yeah, one more.
Yeah.
One more.
Make it a good one, Daffy boy.
Jesus.
No pressure, mate.
Here we go. How many years till the Baggers are contending in top 4?
Okay, once again, it's tough to say. It's really tough. I'd say 3 years, probably 2 to 3.
Will we be a team that when we make the final, like if we make it like 6th or 7th, like the Doggies, we go on a run, or we need to make top 4?
I think we need to make top 4. I don't see us going on a run.
I don't reckon.
Not
I
many
reckon
teams going to run, really.
No.
Not many.
No.
Giants did make the grand final, lost.
Yeah.
Doggies was just...
Doggies, that was just a fairy tale the whole way.
Fairy tale.
Yeah, that doesn't
I
happen
still
very
think
often.
that's like I don't know why, but I still think to that day that the AFL did something there.
What?
I don't know why. I've always had the feeling that
Speak up, Pato.
That the
Hopefully
Doggies.
Michaela's not watching.
Oh my gosh,
Jesus.
But
Shout out.
I don't know. Just I mean, obviously, I really wanted Doggies to win. But imagine if Sydney won that granny. Like
No, what I'm thinking is, imagine if Giants won the prelim.
yeah,
Giants would have won the flag.
exactly. Yeah, I know.
Could have won the flag.
Could have won.
That's what I'm
I reckon
thinking.
would have won the flag.
There's all these little...
Imagine that.
The Battle of the
Sydney
Bridge. Battle of the Bridge in the grand final.
That would have been right. But as
Give Doggies there.
as you said before, it's not really an AFL podcast. It's a Carlton podcast.
Carlton podcast, mate. Fuck those
But
days.
I reckon
No,
that's
what do
all.
you mean? Is it a Carlton podcast if we're talking about Giants?
Yeah, man.
Hey!
Yeah, that's our academy.
Well, I mean,
That's our academy. We get all our players from
Yeah,
it.
Giants
well, like
enthusiast.
Jack actually said.
Yeah, man, I'm a Giants enthusiast. Come on.
Alright, all questions done.
On that note, we should finish it up.
All done. You boys want to add anything else?
Just on the COVID situation, everyone watching, hope you all
exactly.
stay safe, stay
Yes,
home,
100%,
make
yep.
sure you follow all the protocols and
Yep.
rules, and
Yep.
I'm sure we'll be back soon
Yep.
watching the Mighty Baggers.
We might next week we might be on Zoom, but
Yeah.
we will always
Yes.
bring out content weekly for the Mighty Blue Baggers at home and all our AFL supporters. But,
Appreciate you all.
If you boys are all done, I think we'll
All
wrap it
done,
up.
mate.
Alright, and of course, as every single week, please like, comment, subscribe, share videos across the AFL world.
Yes.
But you boys have been great today,
Thanks,
Yes.
mate. Yourself.
Thanks, Pato.
and I'll see you boys next week.
Cheers, boys.
Go Blues!
Go the Baggers.